Hi guys, I watch these videos all the time about people that are feeling upset at the influx of immigrants from India up in Canada. And down here in America, you guys have heard me on my walks. Sometimes I complain about the telemarketing calls that I get from India as well. Today, we're going to listen to a couple videos about people that feel it's gone a little bit too far. I would love to know your thoughts down below. Let's get right into it.
I was definitely aware that racism towards Indian people is weirdly acceptable and normalized in our society. And like, I feel like everyone's witnessed it at some point or another, even if they didn't realize it was racist at the time, because it is so normalized. And I do have a fair amount of Indian mutuals, and just I see Indian creators talking about the fact that like there is a huge problem obviously with anti-Indian hate and like racism towards Indian people. Unfortunately, I only ever see Indian creators talk about it, so that's also why I wanted to bring it up. But somebody commented on one of my videos and I went to their reposts, and I like it was eye-opening for me, because even though I realize that there is an issue and like I listen to people talk about it and I'm like, yeah, that's true, like this is crazy, I didn't realize the level to which, like, the extremity, how extreme this hatred is for India and Indian people, and how open and comfortable people are with expressing it, until I was really looking through these people's reposts and I was like, oh my God. And I screenshotted one and then he deleted his comment, so I couldn't find his profile again, but I'll show. It says, you know it's a good day when you wake up and don't look like one of these people. Like, and this has over 7,000 likes and only 129 comments. So unless this person was deleting the comments, that means no one was really commenting being like, this is racist. Usually you'd see like a negative ratio there if it were something problematic. And then another one I noticed was like a slideshow, and the first picture said, hey, do you want to go to India? And the next one just said, no. The fact that this person felt so comfortable reposting those insanely racist things and nobody was really calling it out in the comments, like, this needs to be more. I feel like this gets swept under the rug. It's like a weird loophole to be racist. You can just be racist to Indian people and nobody says anything. And I feel like more non-Indian people need to talk about it, because people are so able to be racist towards Indian people, those racist people are not going to, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm speaking for Indian people at all. I just want to amplify this message, if that makes sense.
So let's talk about that super quick. I think we can all agree that deep down we don't want to consider ourselves racist, but let me ask you this. Is it racist if you have a legitimate gripe and you air that gripe? For example, you hear stories about people maybe pooping on beaches or pooping in streets. Now, I'm assuming that's a rarity, but if you saw that happening in your area with regularity and it used to never happen because maybe there weren't as many Indian people there, I could see people getting upset. And then take what I have. I have a situation where I can't really enjoy my cell phone to its full extent because every time I turn on the ringer, I get 30 to 50 calls a day from people from India that are trying to get my social security number and trying to scam me, because that legitimately does happen to me. I had my phone set up now where I can basically have my contacts reach me, but let me tell you why that's problematic. Let's say my son or daughter are ever out and they absolutely have to use a stranger's phone to call me. Now, all of a sudden, that phone call won't come through. And I blame it on Indian telemarketers. Let me know if you have any similar thoughts down below. Let's move on.
Have you seen the videos where people are talking about the brown?
If you think about it, guys, it looked like a nurse or a doctor. If you do cook the cookies, I imagine what's ever on the bottom of a person's foot would probably burn off as far as any germs or any bacteria or what have you. But still, that does make you lose your appetite. I don't want those cookies now, do you?
Tin of butter cookies that they sell around Christmas time. They're talking about they're from India, and people are like, "I'm never eating those again. Have you seen how they eat food, make food in India? I'm never eating those again." Blah blah blah. I eat potted meat, y'all. Listen, I eat fucking Salisbury steak. I eat ham, like the lunch meat, and I've seen the videos on how they make the ham, and it's like some pink stuff. It ain't meat at all. And guess what? I eat it all. I don't. What's the problem? Why are you mad? Because they're making it with their feet? You think they're in a factory making it in some big garage, or not even a garage, some shack, and they're like forming the cookie dough with their toes? You know what I mean? Like spreading it out. Stop. I don't know. I probably still eat the butter cookies. I mean, I'm not eating like toe cookies. Y'all crazy. Never mind. I just talked myself out of it. I'll still eat the pot of meat and the fake lunch meat, though. Whatever.
Do you guys think the toe cookie videos are true? I don't know if that's just people having fun or if it's true, but let's say this. Let's say you have to make cookies for multiple states in the US, right? I don't think you can do it in that slow of a process. I think you have to have a lot of machines, a lot of ovens, and I have a feeling the toe cookie thing might be false, but you might know better than I do. If so, let me know down below.
Are y'all getting them cookies? Would y'all still eat it? I don't think they're making toe cookies. I don't. They might be. I don't know. Y'all better be
They might
careful.
be. You got to be
At least you
careful.
know now what to get your enemies for Christmas.
Oh,
Honestly, the only thing that could save the Indian butter cookie industry is an actual video of the conditions inside the factory. Because, man, they is scaring the hell out of people with them street videos of them making them cookies with the feet cookies. And the crazy part is all these videos about people not wanting the 10 cookies is making me want butter cookies. And I haven't had butter cookies in like a decade.
she wants those
But yeah,
cookies.
they gonna need to upload that video expeditiously or else the whole industry is sunk.
Do you guys feel similar? Do you feel like in order for you to feel safe eating a Danish butter cookie ever again, it's you got to have some sort of video that shows they're making it in a legit factory with cleanliness involved? I don't want a factory if it looks dirty either, right? I don't want to eat a cookie from someplace that looks foul and dirty either.
You see all these posts saying shit like this. Indians expect the world to treat them well enough, though the only experience hundreds of millions of people have with Indians is someone calling them to scam them out of money, just like blatant racism. I mean, what is more common for Westerners? To have an experience with South Asians and Indians through either growing up alongside them or, let's say, a very common one, eating at an Indian restaurant, so interacting with Indian culture that way, or being scammed by someone phoning them from India. I don't know about you, but I think the restaurant example is way more common.
But it's not. Every American I know is getting contacted multiple times a day. And in case you're thinking that I'm exaggerating, I'm not. I get called 30 to 50 times per day. I literally wish I could get a discount on my cell phone because of it.
Just saying loads of other shit like there are way too many Indians in India. Just going full mask off. Indians brought their top 0.01% talent to America, and almost 5% of that 0.01% elite human capital is on food stamps. In contrast, Operation Paperclip did the same thing with Germans, but instead of truck driving accidents and food stamps, America went to the moon. So yeah, Nazi war criminals, good. Indian migrants working for Apple and Tesla, bad, because a really small minority of them have food stamps. But yeah, you have loads of accounts like this, like just posting non-stop anti-Indian propaganda. So Codex India, exposing the unfiltered reality of India to the world. So Italian American explains why a customer left his pizza shop very angry. So foreign customer walks into a pizzeria and demands free shit and then throws a hissy fit when the restaurant charges him extra. A reader tells me that the customer is likely Indian, so doesn't know where this person is from, and then goes on to say, Indians are notoriously cheap, demand free shit, then flip out when they have to pay. So again, this stuff is just absolutely so normal on places like Twitter now. There's another
This person said that Indians deserve racism because of the Gorhaba or Poop Festival in India, which, mind you, is only in one specific part of India. Mind you, I'm Indian. I didn't even know that was a real festival until I was like online, just like going through like Twitter and like, or even YouTube or one of those sites, and I came across it. Mind you, that's not something that people do in the region where my family's from, so it's definitely not like an all Indian thing. But by your logic, by this commenter's logic, we should blame all Americans for like Rocky Mountain oyster festivals, otherwise known as testicle festivals. And it's a festival held in some Midwestern states where like people will go and eat like animal gonads. So do with that info what you will. This
Racism that I've
person,
actually experienced since coming to Canada has been from Indians.
Actually, to be
Unfortunately,
honest.
that's the reality. I'm so sorry. I know that they are one of the people that the general public, most of the general public in Canada are on right now. But to be very real and unfiltered, Indians and racism towards black people is insane. There was a day that I had ordered for food, and then the name on the order was an English name, and then the DoorDash got here, met me, and then said, "Oh, is your name this name?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, you don't look like it." And then I swear to God, he called head office to confirm that if there's,
What did you do? Tell me. What
I
did you do?
reported.
Of course.
I
'Cause
called
that's-
and reported.
What do you mean?
They refunded my money.
What do you mean you don't?
And they were like, they are going to deal with it.
So obviously, we're having some situations around the world, specifically Canada and the US, where people might be going overboard with their racism towards Indians. But based on that last video, it sounds like Indian folk tend to be a little bit racist towards black folk, at least with regards to that last gentleman's point of view. My thinking is this: if you have literally changed a landscape of a place, and that this might sound horrible, but this is just honestly how I feel. If all of a sudden you're making it where you can't get a summer job because there's 80 Indians applying before you can't walk down your street without having some sort of Indian person bothering you can't pick up your cell phone without an Indian person there trying to scam you. I think when you take all of the above into account, it's going to lead to people being upset about having that culture shock, because it's not like they chose to go to India. That's really India coming here to us, right? So again, is it right when people say these horrible comments? No. But you got to remember, in America and Canada, we grew up with dietary standards. And if we found out that there was an American company where they were stomping on cookie dough with their feet, we would be disgusted too. But at the same time, we're up for correction, right, guys? If we end up finding out that that's not true, then obviously we would apologize for that. But if it is true, we got to change those standards in India as well, because we want to be able to buy cookies from there without having to eat something that's gross. With that being said, I hope you'll hit subscribe. I hope you like the video. Leave a comment if you agree with me or disagree with me. I appreciate all sides and all points of view, and I'll see you next time with another video. Have a good night.